Over 1 million people across the United States marched for gun control last month, and there was one speaker at the march in Washington whose message was heard around the world. Take a look.
My name is Naomi, and I'm 11 years old. I am here today to acknowledge and represent the African-American girls whose stories don't make the front page of every national newspaper. I represent the African-American women who are victims of gun violence, who are simply statistics instead of vibrant, beautiful girls that full of potential. For far too long, these names, these black girls and women, have been just numbers. I'm here to say never again for those girls too.
From Alexandria, Virginia, please welcome 11-year-old Naomi Wadler. Well, I think you're awesome.
Thank you. You're awesome.
Well, thanks, but you're awesomer.
Thank you.
So you're 11 years old. And I mean, when you look at that, when you look at what you did, first of all, what was it like when you were standing there?
Well, okay, so I was really, really nervous. And when I went on, the first thing I said was hi. And then everybody was like, hey. And that's when I started to feel like more comfortable. And I focused on only the first few rows.
Good idea.
So like I wasn't looking out onto the hundreds of thousands of people that were watching me.
Right, right. And how did you find out that you were going to speak there?
So my mom called me into the kitchen. She said, the organizer of the March for Our Lives wants you to speak there. And I was freaking out. I was beside myself because I had wanted to go before, and she said no because there's too many things going on. And so no, I had to. I mean, this was an opportunity. And so she gets off the phone with the woman, and she's like, Naomi, do you know who George Clooney is? I'm like, yes. She's like, why? And I'm like, well, you asked me. And she's like, he's gonna call us in a few minutes. So he's gonna call, and so I turn around and I'm like, Dad, George Clooney's gonna call us. And he's like, it's not a big deal, honey. I'm going to Home Depot right now. And so, I mean, who can resist? And so then, I hear the phone ring, and she's like, shh. This is Julie, and I hear, hi, this is George Clooney, and I'm like silently freaking out in my seat at the table, and they talk about like planning and a bunch of boring stuff for like 10 minutes, and then he hands the phone to me, and he told me that he saw my video based on me from a media company called Now This. Right. And he said I spoke very eloquently and that he loved my message. And then as soon as he hung up, he's like, see you Saturday. I'm like, see you too. And then he hangs up and I fall off my chair. Yeah, well, yeah, it's George Clooney. I mean, he's super cool, isn't he? Yeah, pretty cool. That's amazing. And so what does it feel like that you've reached so many people? I mean, people know who you are now. Yeah, it didn't sink in for a while. So when I got home, I went to a friend's house, and when I came back, I noticed that my mom's phone was blowing up with like hundreds of emails in her inbox, like, is that your daughter? And there's celebrities tweeting me and Instagramming me. And then we went to a restaurant, and a woman working there was like, are you the Naomi? I was like, yes. And she's like, can I have your autograph? I'm like, sure. And that's when I realized I don't have a signature. So I wrote, they don't teach cursive anymore. So I wrote what I do on every math test. I was like, Naomi Wadler. And then I was like, oh, this is big. And I really realized that I had made an impact when you guys called. I was like, oh my gosh. Really? Yeah. That was it? Yes, it was. Nothing else mattered. Ellen called me. I'm good. Oh my God. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. So fifth grade, and you helped organize a walkout, right? I did. What happened with that? So the night of the Parkland shooting, my mom's high school friend, Jamie Guttenberg, was his daughter, and she had been missing. And so I woke up the next morning and I asked my mom if she was okay. She had been shot in the back and she passed. And so I was thinking about what I could do to help. and I noticed that a bunch of students were doing walkouts. So I thought to myself, I want to do a walkout too. So the next day, I went to my friend Carter's class, and I was like, do you want to go to the principal and discuss a walkout with him, gain his permission? And he said, yeah. And so then we went, and he was a little surprised, but that's fine because nobody expects a bunch of 10 and 11-year-olds to be political activists. And so we had meetings, and we ended up having 60+ kids on our front lawn that day.
Wow, good for you. Good for you.
And our march was a little different because we added an extra minute to honor Cortland Arrington, a black 16-year-old in Alabama who was shot. And we decided to do that because I feel way too often black women are shot and their names aren't remembered, and they're not valued as much. And so I thought this would be a good way to get a message across.
You're awesome. You're amazing. And I want you to come back. I have a feeling you're going to do a lot more, but you're doing a lot of good already. So I'm so proud of you. You're just awesome. I admire you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
All right, Naomi.
Hi, I'm Andy. Ellen asked me to remind you to subscribe to her channel so you can see more awesome videos, like videos of me getting scared or saying embarrassing things, like ball peen hammer, and also some videos of Ellen and other celebrities, if you're into that sort of thing.